Hi, everyone. My name is Lydia Martinez, and I am the founder and CEO of Elle Marketing and Events. Today, I wanted to talk to you about building authority on social media. Um, there are a lot of different social media platforms. There are a lot of different strategies for posting on those platforms. But the biggest and most important thing when you're utilizing social media as a marketing tool is to build your brand authority. And so today I have a few different tips for you, and ideas, and even a couple of stories. So for me, social media is critical and it's part of my overall marketing strategy, but social media is not a conversion tactic like it used to be. Social media is a long game. Prime example of this. I didn't get my very first client who reached out to us on social media until I was like 18 months to 2 years into posting regularly and consistently. When I did, I had somebody reach out and say, "Hey, I've been watching you for a long time, and I've decided I want to work with you specifically because of the things that you're posting, the things that you're saying." Social media is a way of legitimizing yourself. It's a way of building authority. It's a way of showcasing who you are and what you do. But remember, it's not an overnight quick fix. Prime example, that particular client, it took some time to build authority and build trust. Now, that particular client has since come back to me for multiple projects, has referred other people to me, has reached out to discuss new business ideas and opportunities because she values me as a consultant for her business. And so think about those things when you're thinking about social media as a tool. It's a long game, and you need to build a few different marketing pillars that we talk about on a regular basis. You need to build um, awareness. So people have to even know you exist. They have to hear from you anywhere from 7 to 14 times before you're even on their radar. And then you have to build affinity. People have to know, like, and trust you to feel good about working with you. And then finally, you have to build authority. And that authority is the golden ticket where you showcase that you know what you're talking about and you are a professional. And it can be building as an authority in making ice cream or as a marketing strategist. It doesn't matter. You have to showcase that you are the best at what you do. So let's talk about some specific tips for building authority. First of all, showcase that you are an expert in your field. Showcase that you know what you're talking about. Establish yourself in that role. Um, and this goes directly into that authority that we were talking about. Um, Talk about why you do things, how you do things, what the experience is like working with you. Provide some education or insight or a hot take on a recent trend that you're seeing. Really showcase that you're that expert, you are that professional. Um, for example, one of my marketing tactics to showcase that I'm an expert is literally these videos that we do. It makes a big difference for actually showcasing to everybody, hey, we know what we're talking about, and we're just giving you this information. Take it, use it. The other thing that leads me right into my next tactic, which is share valuable content. It used to be that you could just go out there on social media, post a bunch of fluff or some memes, and everybody loved it, and you'd get 150 likes, and it was easy. But social media has evolved to the point where if your content isn't valuable, it doesn't help people learn, it isn't clever, it isn't engaging, it isn't immediately useful, then guess what? People won't react to it, they won't share it, they won't engage with it. And so that's really critical to building your authority on social media. A prime example of this, one time I was meeting with a client, And I was challenging him and I was like, you have got to be doing video on social media. It is so incredibly important for your personal branding, for your building authority, showcasing who you are. It's going to differentiate you from all the other realtors out there. He's a real estate agent. And he literally said, are you doing videos for your business? And I had to just blush because at the time I wasn't. And he said, well, then how do I know that it's actually valuable for the people I'd be sharing it for and a valuable use of my time to do those videos? And so I challenged him, he challenged me. And we both started doing video content and saw our engagement rates rise because it was valuable, it was useful for people, it was relatable, they could understand it, all those different things. The next thing that I wanted to talk about on social media and building your authority is work with influencers or work with collaborators. So, if you own an ice cream shop, working with people that you can get in that can post about your ice cream or giving out rewards for posts and tags or all those different things. What are the things that you can do to work with those influencers? Or if you're business to business, work with collaborators. So we have something really exciting coming up in summer of 2022, where I've partnered with two other agency owners, and we've put together a $30,000 marketing services grant that's going to launch later on this year. We are collaborating on the social media. We're collaborating on getting followers. We're collaborating on advertising. We're collaborating on outreach. We're basically letting everybody know that we are doing something that is really, really unique and really, really fantastic. And we've put this together as a way to give back, but also to grow the awareness of our brands. And we're partnering together and making it happen together so that all of our authority gets built jointly. So think about that when you're thinking about working with influencers, thinking about collaborators. What is the win-win for everybody? Another thing that is so important on social media and that I think sometimes people forget is that social media is meant to be social. What that means is that you need to genuinely respond when people reach out. So social media is not set it and forget it or schedule and dump. You literally have to be going in and responding on a regular basis to those different queries. If somebody comments on a photo, respond. If somebody likes it, message them and tell them you appreciate it. If someone messages you on Facebook or Instagram or any of those social media channels, be sure to respond. And people expect a response pretty quickly, depending on the platform, within 12 to 24 hours. And if you're not on a platform regularly, be sure that you've got an auto attendant that tells people where to reach you and reach you quickly. So think about those different things. Be prepared to respond and be prepared to engage and be social on social media. That's the best way to build, one of the best ways to build your authority. Something else that I had to learn the hard way to be truthful is be authentic. It's really hard when it's your business. It feels up close. It feels really personal to be very authentic when it comes to your social media and your marketing. Because you walk a fine line, right? You have to be professional. You have to show up. You have to showcase your authority. But showing your authenticity is so important. My number one post ever on my business social media pages, my office manager had a baby, and I'm a big believer that having a baby does not preclude women from being in the workforce. And so she had this brand new baby. He's such a sweetheart. She wanted to still come to the office, and so I said, just bring him to the office. You can work, and we can set up a place on for him on the floor to hang out. And I bought a special mat for him, and it worked out really, really nicely. With her permission, of course, I snapped a quick photo of her, like, deep in the books. He was fussing a little bit, and so I just picked him up and held him. And so I said, "Hey, we've got a new employee around here at Elle Marketing. This is Jackson, check him out." And then I just said, "Hey, by the way, I'm a big believer that moms still get to work. And if their kids need to come to work with them, that's okay." That post got more engagement, and it was spontaneous, it was in the moment, it was, like, just fun, and it had the cute little snap of the baby, um, but it showed his mom working really hard and us doing double duty throughout the day. And so, for me, that was my number one post ever on my social pages because it was so authentic and in the moment and playful and, true to who we are and our values. So when you're looking at your social media, the more that you can let people into the behind the scenes, let people know who you are, let people know how authentic you are, the better engagement you're going to get. The very next thing when it comes to building authority is to showcase case studies. Whether you've got, blogs where you're doing case studies, you've got video case studies, you have interviews with clients or customers that are video interviews and them talking about what their experience is with you. All those different things can be considered case studies, and they're really, really useful when it comes to engaging with different people and showing what you can do. It's not you saying you're great, it's your literal customers or clients saying that you are great. So share those case studies, those testimonials. Video is the king. If you can share video content, that is ideal. And find ways to get those case studies out there. Show it what it is that you can do. So again, building authority on social media, show that you're an expert in your field, create really valuable content and just serve it up, give it away before you do the ask. Work with influencers or collaborators, respond. When people reach out, respond. Be authentic, be yourself, show the behind the scenes, show who you are, show your personality and what that experience is going to be like working with you or doing business with you. And then finally, share those case studies. Thanks again for tuning in. If you need help managing your social media, building authority, or creating a strategy to really build your authority on your social media, please do reach out. We'd be happy to help you. And thanks again for